Welcome back. As we reported earlier in the news, it was confirmed today that the Navy Yard shooter believed that he was under electronic harassment. Now, of course, the FBI spokesman just dismissed that as delusional. But we talked about how there's been many programs by various government agencies and the military-industrial complex to do just that, to electronically harass people. And it was a week ago today that we had Dr. John Hall come on the radio show, an interview with Alex, and explain exactly the difference between schizophrenia and electronic harassment. The late onset in life of hearing voices in your head, the sudden onset of it happening, not hearing the voice of God, but believing that you're being harassed by other people, by multiple people, and of course, insomnia. Insomnia was what he went to the VA for. First he went to the police and complained about harassment, then he went to the VA, got trazodone for insomnia, then 5 days later he went to another VA hospital and got even more trazodone. Nobody believed him. They believed that he was schizophrenic, but these are all the classic signs of electronic harassment. Now, to give a physical context to this situation, Dan Bidondi went to Rhode Island and he looked at where Aaron Alexis was staying. He moved hotels 3 different times, but he was right in the middle of several military-industrial complex contractors as well as DARPA.
Dan Bidondi reporting for the INFOWARS Nightly News. And we're in Middletown, Rhode Island at the Residence Inn where the alleged Navy Yard shooter, Aaron Alexis, stayed, and then he claimed to hear voices in his room through the walls.
If I put a voice that's foreign to your normal thought pattern in your head, that becomes harassment. And the harassment over time will make you display signs of schizophrenia. When you go and tell people that you're hearing voices, we've been patterned to turnkey see that as schizophrenia and not even look to see if there's a legitimate source for it.
Now we're at the second hotel where Aaron Alexis stayed at here in Newport, Rhode Island at the Marriott. Now we spoke to the manager who refused to give comments, but this is the very hotel where he said the walls were vibrating and he heard voices in his head and he was being followed. And this is also the same hotel where he made a report to the Newport police about people following him and strange noises. Now we're in front of the Newport, Rhode Island Police Department where Aaron Alexis made a report of people following him and strange noises in his room. There was no public information officer to talk to us today, but however, we did obtain a police report by Aaron Alexis and the Newport Police Department. Right behind me in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, is Raytheon, a defense contract company for the government. Now, this is just mere miles away from Middletown and Newport, Rhode Island, both hotels where Aaron Alexis stayed. Now, Aaron Alexis carved ELF into his rifle in capitals, which we believe to stand for extremely low frequency. Now, extremely low frequency is used in mind control and tectonic weapons as admitted in HR 2977, the Space and Preservation Act in 2001 that never passed. Now, could there be a huge connection between DARPA, Raytheon, and Aaron Alexis? We will soon find out. And this is Dan Bidondi reporting for the INFOWARS Nightly News.
Well, if there's any good that can come out of the Navy Yard shooting, it may be that the public finally wakes up to these weapons of mass control, the so-called non-lethal weapons that the U.S. military-industrial complex has been researching and developing for many decades. It's something that many people have talked about. It's something that we saw in the Church Commission. They talked about the MK Ultra programming, giving people alters, using people as mind control assassins. Is something that you'll also find more information about in State of Mind. It's a DVD that we sell here at InfoWarsStore.com, available exclusively on DVD and Blu-ray from InfoWarsStore.com. And if you want to deprogram yourself and help to deprogram others, get a subscription to Prison Planet TV. Just one subscription will allow you to watch all of our documentaries, all of our news, as well as pass that on to 10 other people who can also watch the news simultaneously with you.
Introducing Pro One. All of your filtration in one system, portable, on the go. No more do you have 2 or 3 filters to just reduce sodium fluoride. You have a system that cuts out the sodium fluoride and up to 95% of hydrofluorosilicic acid. Advanced manufacturing technology combines silver-impregnated white ceramic with new Aquamedics advanced media for removal of fluoride and other heavy metals, all in one filter element. It is the only one that does it, and out of the gates, we have it discounted at 10% off with promo code WATER. This is the only system that in one unit helps reduce or remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, ammonia, and chlorine, hydrofluorosilicic acid, the most common form of fluoride not covered by other fluoride filter brands, and sodium hexafluorosilicate. Get your Pro Pure with the new Pro One filter today at InfoWarsStore.com or by calling 888-253-3139.